Alright everyone, today I'm going to talk a little bit about 3D printing. So what happened is that if you really want to do some creating of 3D stuff, you will need software. But nowadays you can just type in 3D software online and you can see that there are many software which you can use online like Tinkercad, Vectory, SketchUp, etc. etc. So today what I'm going to do is just to use a very simple dummy-proof software called Tinkercad. You can just go to www.tinkercad.com. You can always sign up if you don't have an account. So for me, I'll just sign in. Alright, I'm using SGI email, and for my password, once I log in, you can create new design, or you can see your past design and you can just try out later on. So create the thing design is very simple. You can go to learn. You want to learn about 3D design, you can have step-by-step lesson which they offer you at the bottom here, like how to create holes, how to control the camera, and learning the movement, scaling, copying, and after that of course doing your own stuff. Alright, so what is then for the 3D printer that we are using, right? So basically we are using Cubicon. So Cubicon, as you can see, it is basically it's a Korean product. What we are doing is that we are using this Cubicon Single Plus that you see. For more detail, of course, you can always click on here, 3D Cubicon. You can look at it. This is the product and the element that you are using. There are two colors basically, and of course there are it's good for customer use. You can go in and take a look at 3D printing. This is not cheap. This is let's say a 3D printing studio in Singapore. They hold this product. So Singapore 3D printing studio is at Lavender Street. We went for this training, so this is the place, and they actually offer workshops. And of course, this is the boss, Jason Drew. Our course was conducted by him, and if you want, you can look at the product in Asia 3D printer. You can see that this 3D printer that they are holding is something like this. This is the white color Cubicon. So once you read more, you can see that they have more information. So you realize that yeah, it is a printer. It starts from 5,999. So of course the technical specification, if you are interested, they have a LCD printer. They have a flat bed which they can control the temperature. There are filaments together, and there is a filter which really filter out a bad odor, and you just use a USB thumb drive for your file. So today I just show a demo of how we can do let's say you want to do a 3D software. You can printing, you can of course do your design, or you can design from scratch after you have learned Tinkercad. Or another way is that you might want to go to download. You just type 3D STL files free, and you can see that there are a lot of places which think in Thingiverse is where I would normally like to go. So you can type in what you like. Let's say today we are doing, let's say I want to print out a guitar. So you realize there are guitar wall mounts, there's a guitar capo. Yeah, interesting, right? And playable guitar that you can even print. So let's say today we want to have a guitar pick holder. Let's just click onto this, Alright, so this is how it looks like. This is how it looks like in the 3D format. We will just download all the files. So once it's downloaded, it's in the zip file, you can extract this file in your computer. Extract all. Once you extract all, you will see this guitar pick holder. Inside there's a STL file. So there are two. One is the main box, one is the top, and one's the backing plate. So you might need to actually print out the whole thing. Let's take a look. Alright, so you might want to read carefully about. So he tried his hand on one. So to assemble, he used two of his daughter's hair rubber band. So this is where the rubber band goes in. So once you have downloaded the file, next thing to do is to go to the IT department, get them to install this QB Creator for you. With this QB Creator, you can export all this file as a G-code, which after that you'll be able to print it using the Cubicon. So don't need to update. This is the Cubicon single plus. So you just load the file that you want. So down here we have the downloads. We have just now what we download as the okay, where is the file that we downloaded just now? Spectrum multifunction. Is it this one? No, guitar pick holder. Okay, it's a guitar pick holder. Double click inside. We just click on the main box, and the main box will come here. Of course, you see the main box doesn't have the top and bottom, so it is good to load the backing plate together, which is here. You can right click and move around, and of course you can also load in the top. So they'll arrange it in themselves. So if you want, you can move them around as and when you like it. So once you finish, you can go to print. This is the more interesting part. Once you print, they will allow you to do a user setting. You might want to choose a PLA or ABS. So ABS have the higher melting point. You can read about the use of ABS or PLA in digitaltrend.com. So you can talk about the comparison of materials. They would say which one do you prefer more. So of course ABS has a higher melting point, so it tends to not warp so easily, and normally preferred by professional applications. So you can try this. PLA of course is nicer to play around. It has a sweet smell, and of course it has a lower melting point, meaning if it's used in a high temperature setting it might melt. So once you finish, this is some basic settings that you might want to explore. We might want to use ABS printing. So after that, you might want to have a slower printing for high quality, or fast printing. Of course you can always go for standard. This is the infill inside the 3D printing. Solid of course will take more time, light will take less time. If you have none, that means they'll just print the outside of the 3D printing. You might want to have a base structure. If your structure want to mount on the piece, then you can tear it off later. If not, you can forget about this and just print out the support using connect lines. So the fan speed, you can use it to be fast or medium. Once you finish all this setting, expert setting, of course you can control more things, but you can do it on your own. After that, you can do a G-code download, save the G-code into your file, the guitar pick holder. You can save it inside here. You realize it's called ABS top, so you might want to rename it so that you know what is this about and which material you use. So guitar pick holder. So this is something that you want to do, then you can save, and you can see that it's sizing the models. Once the model is sliced finished, it's saved inside. It tells you how much it takes to print this. This is 47 minutes and it costs you 2.95 meter and it weighs around 7.838 gram. Alright, so if there's time, we'll just show you how does the printing work using a few guitar picks. Alright, that's all for today's intro for 3D printing. Hope you enjoy. See you.